It was pretty rough. Basically, your intestines are inflamed, and because they're inflamed, you don't process food as well. So if I ate something, it would just go right through me, like literally within a day. And because it's so inflamed, it's like someone's just dragging like a knife across your stomach. So it's super painful.
Jimmy's diagnosis of Crohn's was earth-shattering. The weight loss, the loss of energy, all those facets of Crohn's attacked him really, really bad. And it was a pretty serious situation.
I went from like 180 pounds down to 139. I remember 139 because that was my lowest, which at 6'2" was like a frail little twig. I mean, I barely could get out of bed. I had no energy to do anything. I didn't even want to go to school. And I just hated my life back then. It was really miserable.
He didn't have an ability to hold down any food. It was months and months and months for us to figure out a treatment plan so that he could start eating again.
Playing baseball was pure torture, especially with the medicine I was on. I was always thrown up behind the dugout, and I always had to go use the bathroom a bunch during the games. I probably would have tried to play baseball in college, but because of Crohn's, it definitely changed the trajectory. And I was like, all right, I'm done with that. And then I just went all in on YouTube, and I was beyond obsessed.
Hey, you, subscribe.
Me being shy and not liking talking and not having much confidence were like such a big obstacle.
I'm just kidding.
But despite that, I still just did it just because I just wanted it so bad.
Have a good day. I don't know. This is my trailer. Kind of sucks.
And I was like, you know what? Like, I don't like talking to people, but I just really like making videos. So as weird as that sounds, so I just got to get used to it because this is just kind of what I enjoy doing.
So I'm gonna try to commit myself to making a video every other day for the next 3 months and just see where my YouTube channel goes.
At first, it seemed like a hobby, but then he wouldn't want to go to the movies. He wanted to focus on filming a video. And like when I started hanging out with him, filming more videos with him, I understood that for him, like this was like, he's obsessed with it. Like this is what he wanted.
Look at it, quadruple digits. Why does this guy have 2,000 subscribers? Why am I speaking in third person? 3,000 subscribers! I've always told myself, when I hit 10,000 subscribers, I will tell my mom that I do YouTube.
When I first started making content, I definitely did not tell my mom. And that comes back to me just being super shy, and I just didn't know how she would react. So for the first few hundred videos, she had no idea. She always thought I was just talking to someone in my room.
You know that chick from Twilight that can read minds?
I'd be walking past his room and he'd just be talking to people on the computer.
Well, I'm her cousin, and I can read minds as well.
I thought it was the people he was gaming with. I thought it was baseball friends. I thought it was people from high school. Never, ever did I connect that he was actually doing YouTube videos.
Surprise!
One time I was being really loud when filming, and she actually told me, you shouldn't hang out with that person anymore. I was like, yeah, Mom, I'll make sure not to hang out with him anymore. When I first started, I had this really crappy hand-me-down laptop. I think my brother got it for Christmas, and I ended up kind of just like stealing it and using it. I didn't know how to edit. I didn't know how to pace the video. I didn't know how to do anything. I basically had nothing, knew nothing, had no money, and just was just like grabbing things like, we're just gonna try to make this work. That's my keyboard, that's my mouse, that's my green screen. I'm kind of poor, so that's where I set my camera on. It was really rough back then to make content.
I thought going through high school and while he was living in the house that this was just a hobby, this was just a filler of time. It was just an experiment.
In the first few years, I didn't make anything on YouTube because I wasn't in the partner program. To get ads on your videos, you gotta be kind of big.